Hello and welcome to your Mining Disrupt News Search for Monday, May 20th, 2024. As always, everything I say here is for entertainment and education purposes only. I am no financial advice guru individual, so please do your own research before you do any sort of investment. The Mining Disrupt Expo is right around the corner now, just about a month away. June 24th through the 26th in Miami, Florida. Scan this QR code right down here, get your tickets to that. You might bump into Dennis Porter or Ted Cruz. We'll be going over some of the speakers that you might see down there. But maybe the most important thing that you will definitely get, if you even attempt to, is information about mining. Let's get into the numbers. We are currently looking at an exchange price of $66,273. Been bouncing around the 66 range, 67 range here for the last few days. That means you'll get yourself 1,509 sats for $1. Blocks are coming in right on target, just under that 10-minute target time. And fees right now are really low. Oh, there's a new block just found. So if you want to get your UTXOs consolidated, if you want to move things around right now, this is the time to do it. Look at this. Priority is 7. Anytime is 6. These are so low. We're going to start this one out with this newsletter coming out of Theia Research. Theia, if you're not familiar, they're a multi-sig collaborative custody solution where they help you do a multi-sig type setup. And I haven't used their product, but I met the individual that is part of that down, Samite, I think his name is. Anyhow, I met him down at Pacific Bitcoin. And the idea here is to allow people to do a multi-sig setup, but not need to be in the same place. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but it's a really good idea. I like the idea. And Joe is a smart guy, and I like a lot of the things he says. Right here, he's talking about Bitcoin whales accumulating more Bitcoin than they have since 2016. He says, the chart, referring to the chart down below there, which we'll get to in a second, shows that entities holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin, known as whales, are accumulating at a pace not seen since 2016. Jumping ahead, these entities typically accumulate heavily at the start of bull markets, soaking up that supply, where Bitcoin is perceived as undervalued, and distribute as the bull market progresses. This behavior we're seeing now suggests a strategic buildup in anticipation of further upside rather than distribution in advance of expected downside, hinting at an optimistic outlook among large holders. Let me spell that out for you in real simple plain English. The supply of Bitcoin has just been halved. The amount coming in every day went from 900 coins about a month ago and the 4 years prior to 450 every day. Half as much. That is significant. The whales, people that are into this deep, they've got huge amounts of Bitcoin, 1,000 plus, are accumulating right now. They are getting as much as they can. They're scooping it up because they see a trend, an upward trend. They want to get it while the price is low so that once they reach that peak, what is the perceived peak, they might sell off for the eventual dip down. And you've seen the chart. You've seen how this goes in cycles, up, down, up, down, up, down. You've seen the 4-year cycle. And so the idea here is they'll buy now, it'll go up, they might sell a little bit, it'll drop down, and then they'll buy it up, and then they just keep on doing this. And these are people that have a lot of money to throw around. They might know a thing or two about what to do with their funds. 1,000 Bitcoin, that's nothing to scoff at. At the outset of this, I said I was going to talk a little about what you might find down at the Mining Disrupt conference. Here, Dennis Porter, who is going around, he's every week I see him traveling to some new state to talk to legislators and lawmakers about why Bitcoin is so important and why it needs to be protected. So here he is saying, the world's largest Bitcoin mining conference is gearing up to hit the next level. Big things in store. Do not miss Mining Disrupt 2024. You've got individuals like Ted Cruz, Ben Wang, Dennis Porter, who posted this right here, Fred Thiel, CEO of Marathon Digital. These are all individuals that you could run into, bump into, along with hundreds of others. To round things out this week, I think it's important to drive home the idea that Bitcoin is so much more scarce than people realize. And you might be wondering, well, why hasn't the price gone rocketing up then? Why isn't it? Well, I just said it. It's because so many people don't realize that yet. People are and it is slowly happening, but it is a good thing that this is happening slowly, because if it rocketed up to 100,000 and then 200 and then 600 over the course of a week, there's a lot of people that would be trying to stack and they just miss out. So here from Bitcoin News.com, 17.38% of all Bitcoin has not moved in over 10 years. So here you can see the HODL wave, just holding, price of Bitcoin going up, hold. People aren't selling this thing, and why would you? My opinion is that I don't ever want to sell, but I want to trade at some point, and I have a specific price in mind of what I would like to trade for. I have, it's not even a price in mind, it's what I can get with it. And that is the important thing here, of what you can get with it. And on that note, I encourage you to look at this tweet. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but I'm going to leave it down in the description. Mark Moss, who's got a YouTube channel, he's got plenty of stuff here. He's saying, I feel a lot of you have lost the plot. And the long and short of this is right here. We don't want money. Then towards the end of this tweet, which really I encourage you to read, it's not that long. It's 600 words long or something. But at some point, what are you saving and investing for? I can answer this for myself. I want money for two reasons. 1, to give options to my family. 2, to help other people. I think it's really important to know why you're investing in whatever it is you're investing in. The way I think of it is, I would like to own a home at some point. I don't want a large home. It's something modest with some land to live on so I can go putz around and go on walks on my property. That's a goal of mine. So that is what I'm working towards. That's what I am saving for. That is the goal in mind. Now the question is, at what point do I sell, trade, make the economic transaction to trade some part of my Bitcoin to make that happen? I don't know. And that's the question to be had. I don't have enough to do that now. The price of Bitcoin isn't high enough to do it now. But if I did, say today, would I? Should I? That's the thing that I got to weigh, because what I feel is going to happen is that the price of Bitcoin is just going to keep on going up. So if I were to say I had exactly enough and I had to sell the entirety of my stack right now to do that, do I do that? Or do I wait until I only have to sell half of my stack? And if that happens, then I'm going to look back and go, boy, that only took 4 years to happen, or 5, whatever the case is. Do I wait another 4? But that's another 4 that I don't have a home. It's another 4 that I can't do these. You see, it's a weighing thing, but you have to have that goal in the first place so that you can even do the weighing at all. To wrap this one up, the point is, whales are accumulating. Pay attention to that. And they are doing it for a reason. People that have large amounts of money don't do things just because they want to try something out. Some do occasionally, but usually when it comes to making money and accumulating money, they have a very structured plan. They have a team of people. They have help. They've got access to people that will help them along with that. So they're doing it for a very clear reason. And on that note, you should have a very clear reason as to why you want to accumulate for whatever it is that you want to do. See you next week.